What's up, everybody? This is Jay, and welcome to Jaymoorereviews, The Shy, Episode 2 review. Let's get into it. Now, remember to subscribe to my channel. Also, don't forget to support me on PayPal and Patreon, and let's get into it. Now, when Episode 2 starts off, the first thing they're showing is it's a house party going on. And everybody's dancing, vibing, having a good time. And then we see Emmett, and he's dancing with his girl. And the first thing that we notice is that he can't keep focus on his girl and his dancing. He keeps looking at this one girl in the Bulls jersey, trying to show her thing in front of him. And so his girl notices, and the first thing she do, typical fashion of girls, hood rats in the Shy, is she steps over to her, and she ready to fight the girl. Talking about, keep your eyes off my man, what's up with you, this, that, blase, skippy. And so the next thing you know, they getting ready to fight, and he gets in the middle of it, breaks it up. And the girls is going at each other, throwing up the hands, talk to the hand, whoop, whoop, this and that. And so then he leave. He get them to go into the other room. The girl he talking to, Keisha, she mad, ready to go. He start kissing on her, trying to get her attention away from being mad. She's starting to feel it, getting to the vibe. But then the next thing you know, he got a little crybaby in the damn room. And that just spoils the moment. And since it ain't her baby, she ready to go. She don't want to be bothered with a little crybaby watching. And so he trying to say, oh man, he young. He don't know what he's seeing. And she ain't trying to hear it. He like, well, I put him in a different room. She like, all right, I'm out of here. Bye. And so she leaving out the party. And he trying to chase up after her. And with the baby, and then she leaves anyway. So then he tries to step to old girl in the Bulls jersey, and the next thing you know, she give him the talk to the hand. I'm sorry, brother, peace, you're trifling. And so now he left holding the wet diaper, literally. Next up, we see Lil Eazy-E, aka Brandon, and he in the back of the restaurant with his fellow cook. And they talking about what's going on, and the cook talking about, hey man, whatever you need, I got your back, man. We go ahead and make them dudes chop suey if it's need to be. Meanwhile, we see Booger Beard and his girl, and they standing there. Booger Beard, he right there, and they looking at the funeral mural for the guy Jason, her son, that was killed. And so they kind of reminiscing, and they talking or whatever, and she kind of, they had a little drink or whatever. She giving him a picture out of his wallet she want him to have. Then next thing you know, she giving him the look, that Holly Berry, make me feel good look. And so the next thing you know, he got to go put in some work. Next thing we see is the corner store, and Lil Easy, he taking a stroll down memory lane, reminiscing on the last steps of his little brother. He sees what happened, and he getting pissed. He mad. He got that look in his eye. He ready to do some dirt. But instead, he goes home. He sees his girl. He trying to talk to her. She want to give him some tatas to play with, but he ain't in the mood. He still got anger in his mind and in his heart. And so then she realized that he's still hurting, so she tried to console him. And he just lay down, put his head on them 2 pillows that she got, and make him feel better. Next up, we see the 3 amigos. They getting ready to go to school, have a good day at school. Then the next thing you know, when they come in school, they see a girl he got a crush on. She's smiling at the top of the stairs, talking about, what's up? You ready for practice for the play? They try to talk him out of it, but that's a no-go. Then we see the 2 cops. They over there having a discussion about what happened with those murders. They don't want to share information and work together, but they boss tell them, hey, y'all better work together and get this done. Now we see Brandon. He looking for his mama. Of course, she in the corner liquor bar, and she getting her little swerve on with this old school Negro. And so they sitting there, and he asking his mama, what's up? I thought we was going to clean out Coogie's room. And so she like, you go ahead and do it. I don't want to do it. And then he's like, but I thought we were supposed to do this. And old school tell him, she says she ain't gonna do it. And so he tell old school, hey man, you better mind your mouth. And then he get up and pull that belly out, cause let him know he a heavyweight. And he say, man, you better sit your old ass down, boy. And then he walk up out of there and they avoid fighting. Then we see the cops again. They talking to cop with the big beard, black beard. He's trying to tell them about these two guys. They rival gang members. Things happen. They normally kill each other out. And he's saying, dude wasn't in the gang. He was a basketball player. And so they have an argument on the difference of what happened. Meanwhile, we see Booger Beard, and Booger Beard is going through the hood with his little stick up his mouth. And he goes to see it's a nurse's aide complaining about his grandma threw a wet diaper at her and how she need to get it together or she gonna get put in a nursing home. He tries to talk to her, tell her be cool. He goes in, tell his grandma, hey grandma, you gotta be cool. They're gonna try to put you in the home. She said, I ain't going nowhere. I'm about to stay here, watch my TV, watch my judges, Judge Judy. And then when he leaving, she say, grandma, I love you. Then he leave. Meanwhile, the nurse, she's going back home. She's Emmett's mother. We're seeing how everybody is interconnected in this story now. And so she's going home, and she's sitting with Crybaby. And Emmett is saying he was getting ready to go. And she like, nah, you need to take Crybaby with you. I told you I'm done watching babies. Then we cut back, and we see Lil Easy. And he's trying to cut it up with the chef in the restaurant. And then the chef's wife come in looking cute, all smiles in his face. And it's just a ticking time bomb. And she talking about coming to work at this other gig they got. And it was a basketball player's house. And he say, who was it? And she say, I don't know. He was tall. He's like, I'll ask Chef. Next thing you know, Chef pop in. Ask Chef what? And so then that was kind of suspicious. Meanwhile, we see back at the school, Big Shirley, she's terrorizing the boys, and she about to put a foo-fops on Lil Kev. And then next thing you know, Lil Fat Mac come in and step in, and she like, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the cute one. And then they kind of look scared, and she like, man, don't be trying to do nothing with my cousin. We Jehovah Witness. And so, meanwhile, we see little Emmett, and he's walking down the street with a damn stroller, and then we see he goes to the damn job that he got, little fish shack slanging chicken, and he goes in and he's telling the old boy, I got a babysitter problem, let me just leave him here while I work. He like, nah, you can't do that, this ain't a nursery. And so he giving him a hard time or whatever. Instead of trying to be supportive, he trying to hate on him and telling him he need to leave, take the day off. He like, hey man, I need the money, I need my job, this and that. Because if he don't have the money, he can't afford a daycare. And then this old school player, look like he been out in the sun too long. He say, hey man, here, come here, young blood. And then he pull out a hundo. And then he put the hundo out, put it on the table, tell him, here man, take this man. I appreciate seeing young brothers trying to do good. And then Sonny, the owner of the restaurant, try to tell him, nah, don't do that, we don't need your help. Even though he wasn't trying to help at all. He could have just let him put the baby in the office and he could have went to work, but no. Instead, he want to hate instead of try to congratulate. And old boy say, hey man, let him take the salad and let's get him on his way and try to help him get a daycare. So instead, he tell him where to go to get a daycare, Miss Tiny's, and that's where he ends up going. Meanwhile, we see Booger Beard and the crew, and they walking down the street, and he telling them, yeah, I'm getting back with old girl, and she want me to go and get some groceries, because she told me before I left to go ahead this morning, before I left, to get some groceries, get some stuff I can't even afford. She want to cook a nice dinner, some ribeyes and stuff like that. So they like, man, don't she know you a bum? And he like, man, shut up. And so they like, so what's up, man? Why she trying to hook up with you now? And old boy say, oh man, because she handled their things for him. And he like, what the hell that's supposed to mean? He like, oh man, nothing, man, you good, you good. Meanwhile, we see Emmett and he going to Miss Tiny's, which of course means Miss Biggie's, and he trying to get his baby in there, and she telling him she ain't got no space, and so he like, well, here, I got money, I'll pay you. And she like, I don't have no space, it's a 1 month waiting list, you can come back and we'll see what we can do, 1 month. So now he showed like a midge, and so he go to the park, try to gather his thoughts, put a little crybaby in the swing, and he thinking, and he see dudes rolling through in a nice green little slab, sitting on chrome things, and he starting to have delusions of grandeur, thinking about what he would like to do, and he like, man, bump crybaby, I'm out of here. And he jumped the gate and about to leave. But then he come to his senses and turn back around and come get crybaby and say, you know what, I ain't gonna leave you, little man. Don't worry about it. Meanwhile, they cut to Lil Easy. Easy sitting there on the phone. He looking at Coogie, and he looking at Coogie, and he's reminiscing on the happy days. And little girly fro saying, damn, that girly fro was tight, man, and he dead. Anyway, his girl come up and she all on him, and she see he got pain in his heart still, and he reminiscing, so she try to console him, and then she say, promise me you don't do nothing stupid out there. And then he was quiet, but she eventually made him promise, even though that don't amount to a damn thing. Meanwhile, we see old school player from the Himalayas, look like he came straight from Cuba with that, prison tan that he got. Meanwhile, he goes in, he talking to the alderman, and he trying to ask questions or whatever about what's going on, and tell him if you know anything about that shooting to let me know, hit me up. Meanwhile, he leaves. We see Lil Kevin, that's Lil Shorty, and he walking through the hood. I don't know why he walking down the same block where he know old school be, but anyway, old school peeping around corners, and he come around the damn tree. He say, hey Shorty, come here, let me talk to you. And Shorty smartly busts out running, even though if dude wanted to kill him, he could have just aired him out like dirty laundry right there on the corner. Anyway, Shorty running, he know Booger Beard is old, he can't run fast and long, and eventually he breaks it out, runs through the alley, which is the worst place to run, because he could have got aired out in the alley, and nobody would have known what happened, but luckily Booger Beard wasn't trying to change him, and so he luckily got up out of there, broke him on out, and first thing he do is he start back walking again, walking through the hood, walking through the grass, and next thing you know, Big Shirley come out of nowhere, chase him down, push him down to the ground, and damn, if he can't win for losing. If it ain't Booger Beard, it's Big Shirley trying to take him out. And so now Big Shirley on top of him, he trying to cover up, and she get on top of him, and then she say, yeah, I be seeing you. Now I see what she looking at. You got them pretty little eyes. And then she get down. He thought she was going to steal on him. She lick him like an ice cream cone. And he grossed out, you know what I'm saying? Because, of course, Big Shirley, her little sexual moves is going to be related to food. And so she lick him like a plate. And next thing you know, he pushing her up off of her. He grossed out. He got that little lip hanging, looking like soup coolers in the making. Then she get up and leave him. And now he's sitting there grossed out because now he got a fat girl on my jock. He got a fat girl on his jock. You know what I'm saying? And so now we go and we see Eazy-E. He in the chef mode, cooking again. And then next thing you know, the chef wife come and say, hey, it's a police officer out back want to talk to you. And so he goes out and he talked to him, and he's asking him questions about his brother and what happened, and did you know anything about what's going on? And he said, yeah, he told me he was a pretty cool kid. He told me to get some Timbs. He like, so that's what we here for, talk about shoes? He like, nah, I'm just trying to follow up, try to see what's going on. He like, well, I don't know nothing about what's going on. And so now he leaves. Easy ain't tell him nothing. And then when the copperoo, he walks up out of there, he see Blackbeard, the cop Blackbeard waiting in the alley. He like, what's going on? He like, nah, I'm just following up too, checking, make sure we got everything going in order. And so now we see Lil Kev chilling at home watching TV, and then he hear a knock on the door. Who can it be? He hope it ain't Booger Bear looking for him. And so what he do is he goes get a bat, and then he goes to the door, and next thing you know, it's Lil Easy, so he feel better. He like, hey man, what the hell, man? I thought you was gonna handle your business. He like, hey man, I'm coming here, chill, man. He like, damn, nigga, is you gonna kill dude or what? He like, hey man, don't use that word. He like, look, are you gonna handle your business or what, man? He like, what you got a bat for? He like, man, dude was looking for me, man. He was chasing me down. I told you who he was because I thought you was gonna handle your business. Shorty hardcore. He was ready for dude to get murked. He wasn't playing. And so he like, all right, man, I got you, man. I'm gonna handle the business. He like, all right. So we see Booger Beard, and he trying to come up with money, and while him and his friends was talking, they told him about a dude that looking to buy pieces, aka a strap, aka a pistola, aka a gun. And so he tried to play it off like he didn't have a gun, but anyway, they knew what he had. So he goes over the dude that they told him about, and it's a little drugged out white girl there, and the first thing she doing is bending over talking about, you want to look for the spider, and she showing her little dirty booty, little crack whore, and she got a dirty flat booty and with a spider web all on it, cause it ain't nothing but nasty stuff get trapped up in there. And so anyway, he gets grossed out, turns his head like he about to puke, and then her man come in and tell her, man, bend over with that damn spider monkey, because she got a monkey up under there, and that spider web is a spider monkey, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, she gets bent over, and he tells her, come in, man. Then he puts his hand up. He like, what you doing? I'm reading your thoughts. So he all tweaked out his damn self. And he say, you trying to sell me something? So he show him the little thing, and he let him see it. He like, is it loaded? And next thing you know, he pulled the trigger right in his face. He could have blew his brains out, changed him. But instead, he ain't had no bullets because he's smart. You never sell a loaded weapon to anybody. And so he say, how much you want? He say, man, give me $250. He like, give me $300. He like, I give you $250. He like, all right. Then next thing you know, he pull out two. He like, here, I know what I said, but take these two and you can get some of that spider monkey. He like, nah, I'll be good with the two. He like, all right. So now we see Emmett. You know what I'm saying? They probably named after Emmett Till. If y'all don't know who Emmett Till is, Google him. And so anyway, he coming home after a long day being a babysitter with his son. And first thing he do is go into baby mode his damn self, which is part of his problem, laying on his mommy lap. And she's saying, yeah, I know it was hard, but I gotta teach you, you know. And so now she actually going about it the wrong way. But anyway, so now he's stressed out trying to find a babysitter, and so she trying to console him. And anyway, moving right along, Booger Beard walking down the street with the groceries. He ready to have a nice little dinner with his girl. And then cop, you know what I'm saying, his name is Cruz. So little Cruiser come pop up, and he jump out the car. Dude like, come on, man, what you doing? He like, hey, man, look, just coming to let you know that kid got killed that I had booked for your son's murder. He like, hey man, I ain't got nothing to do with that. He like, well, just to let you know, that kid that got killed, he didn't have nothing to do with your son's murder. So I just thought you should know that. And so after he left, dude is sitting there stuck, because now he wasn't trying to be a bad guy. He was trying to get a little old-fashioned payback. He dropped the groceries, which is stupid, because now somebody else gonna go pick that shit up and have a nice steak dinner. But anyway, he walk off, and now he's salty. He got a little conflict in his heart, because he wasn't trying to be a bad guy. But in the end, he turned out to be one, because he killed an innocent man. Although Coogie wasn't that innocent, because he did rob a dead body, which was some low-down dirty stuff. So he deserved the ass beating, but he didn't deserve to die. But anyway, that's how it goes in the shop. I hope y'all enjoyed the review. The way that this show is set up is it's showing that things happen in like a vicious cycle. Somebody do this, somebody get revenge. Now these people want revenge off of the revenge, and then it just never ends. The other people